Hey everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping plan with me. So this week it's for August 7th through the 13th, and I'm using this kit by Cinderella paper called Serenity. So like the last few weeks, I have just set up the base. So here is the rest of the kit that we're going to be working with today. Before we get started though, I am going to put a few overlays on. I have a few different overlays in gold foil from Planet Hannah. I have Taylor 3 and then the Los Angeles overlays, but I don't think I'm going to use the Los Angeles overlays just because this is the only one I think that would work on Saturday. Saturday was the only day we were in LA. I don't think it would really work with that box, so I'm just going to put that aside and just use a few of these Taylor quotes that I feel fit like August and summertime. We also went to see A Midsummer Night's Dream in Griffith Park, so I feel like this quote about "I dreamt of you all summer long" from Betty kind of goes along with the theme of that play. Obviously, it's kind of like a fever dream and mistakes are made as far as romance goes. So I thought that would look nice there. And then obviously it's August, so we got August slipped away into a moment in time. Moment in time? I don't know. Okay. So I think that's going to look good. Well, it better look good there because that's where it's going to stick. Overlays are notoriously bad at being removed. And then I'm thinking about using What Doesn't Kill Me Makes Me Want You More, because that also kind of goes along with the Midsummer Night's Dream idea, but I don't know what box it would actually look good over other than this one, and I don't want two quotes next to each other, so I don't know. I don't think it would look good over the book, and I don't think any overlay is going to look good over that one. I think we're just going to leave it alone for now. Let's jump into the day by day. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in on the sidebar. In the sidebar, I have two habit trackers, one for flossing, one for doing my hand and arm stretch routine, and then I have my regular dinners sidebar. And then as far as what we're going to actually mark in the sidebar, I've got a couple of labels there. So let's go ahead and zoom in. So the first thing I'm going to mark in the sidebar is I was in a really sad mood this week. I don't 100% know why. Just my summertime sadness. So that's from Once More with Love. And then I also wanted to mark that our two cats actually started playing together because we got a new feather wand toy for our older cat. And then she got scared of it for a bit, but then she saw the kitten playing with it and then she got interested in it again. So now they can kind of sort of play together by taking turns chasing after it. So I think that's really cute. So to mark that, I just have this cat in a box sticker from Beneva Creations. All right, let's move on to Monday. Okay, so at the top of Monday, I'm gonna mark that I woke up really late this day and I was just feeling really weird and sad, unfortunately. I don't really know why. It just happened, so we're gonna mark it. I don't know, I think August is just a hard month for me because it's like super hot here, and then I know I'm gonna have to go back to work, so, you know, it's not the most fun that I'm ever gonna have. So I'm gonna mark some financial stuff. There's a lot of sirens today. It has been like 3 days since Hurricane Hillary, the storm from that sort of hit us. And I feel like the sirens have not stopped since, unfortunately. So to mark that I woke up really late and like just in a sad mood, that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. This is an old little thing from an old Cinderella paper sheet. And then I want to mark my workout, and I think I'm going to use washi for that. So let's use like the white washi. Sometimes I don't put washi behind my workout labels, but I feel like we have enough space this week that we can do that. I don't like things to look too cluttered, basically. That's a really old sticker from Oh Hello Co. So that's the top of Monday. Simple, easy, done. And then the second half of Monday, I had to do some work. So let's pull a pattern label. Actually, let's use one of these because we got plenty of space to work with. So this day I was still working on building the class that I'm teaching for the first time this semester. So that laptop is from Plana Hannah. And then I had to do laundry, so I think I'm gonna grab some more washi. And were there any scripts? I guess she took all the scripts. Oh no, there's a laundry script right there. Okay. Okay. So for laundry, I'm gonna grab a piece of washi. Put that in. And then I have this really old icon from Cinderella paper. And then I'm pulling the laundry script from the kit. And then finally for Monday, the last thing we're going to mark is that I was watching more Meals of History on the Mythical Kitchen YouTube channel. I was just doing a rewatch of that. I really like that series. Emily Fleming from Mythical, she's a writer for Good Mythical Morning and Mythical Kitchen. Like, she's just great. She's really funny. So that icon is also from Plana Hannah. So Monday was nice and simple. Tuesday, I have a few more things to mark. So my husband went to work at the office. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we're going to cram a bunch of things up here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to mark when my husband doesn't work from home. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, it does make a difference if he's here or not. Because like he works from home 3 days a week and then he works at the office 2 days a week. So it does impact me, you know? So, and then I wanted to mark that my sister moved to San Diego. I went to San Diego the next day because like a bunch of my family was in town, but just wanted to mark that I think this was the day that she came down here and actually moved here. Or not, I don't live in San Diego, but you know. I live closer to San Diego than where I grew up, that's for sure. And then I had a weird classroom nightmare this day, unfortunately. So I don't remember all the details of the nightmare because I never do. But, oh wait, I don't want to use that one because I just used that color. But like, it was unsettling. It was like, it was the first day of school and it was my junior level class and there weren't enough seats, which, okay, I'm filming this the day after the first day of school and like all the waitlist people showed up. So I didn't have enough seats yesterday. There were like 2 people who had to stand. We got through it, but yeah, was not, you know, the most fun those people have ever had, I'm sure. So, yeah, it was, but the nightmare just made it seem like way worse. Okay, I'm actually gonna use a different label for that than I thought. So yeah, I woke up from that this day. I was like, oh no, it's the first day of school and I don't have anything ready. I'm not ready. And this was like 2 weeks before school was actually gonna start, I think. So, oh boy, yeah. Trying to find, where did my little things go? But yeah, that's never fun when like, what am I trying to do here? Hold on. Okay, so that's for the nightmare. Then I cleaned my wedding dress because I haven't in the time frame I was supposed to, because I was just having decision paralysis. It's fine. And yeah, I was just spot cleaning it because like I've been thinking about getting it professionally cleaned, but it's like expensive. And then I was looking at getting it preserved, and obviously that's expensive. And then I was thinking about it and I'm like, what do I really want to do with my wedding dress? Like, do I want to put it in storage for someone to probably never want to wear it? Because like, let's be honest, like I feel like society or the industry definitely pushes this idea of like, oh, you have to preserve your wedding dress because like your daughter's gonna want to wear it one day. And like, then like nobody's daughters end up wearing the dress. Like some people do, I'm sure, but like most people just end up buying their own wedding dress. Let's be real. So, because styles just really change, especially those of us who had moms who like got married in the 80s or 90s. Like those were some fashion choices people were making. Just being honest. So, yeah, I was like, do I really want to get it preserved, or do I want to just like pull it out of its box every now and then and just like get to wear it for my anniversaries and not count on like having a daughter one day? You know what I mean? Like maybe I should just enjoy it because like it's of my time and like it's my style. So I think I'm just gonna spot clean it the best I can, get like an archival box from the Container Store, and then use the archival tissue paper and just store it instead of getting it preserved, because like it's like $300 and it's just, I don't know if that's worth it to me personally. If it's worth it to you, great. I just don't know that it's worth it to me, especially because I spent less than $500 on my wedding dress. So I think I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is in my own lifetime. That's just me. So that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. That's for the Nightmare. That's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then you can probably figure this is also from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. That is for Playing with the Kitten, whose name is Clover. Okay, all of that is done, and we can move on to the second half of Tuesday. I did some work again because, you know, I had to. And then the cats were playing kind of with each other under the door. That was cute. Actually, let's use that for the cats because work is less interesting. Okay. And then we'll just use like one of these labels for work. Yeah. I don't know what this humming is about. I'm sorry. Oh, no. I want to use a little thing. I'm really indecisive today. Let's move some of this stuff up. So the cats were like being real playful and like pawing under the door with each other, which was cute. And no one was like growling or hissing or anything. So that's a much preferable situation than some of the stuff we've been dealing with the last month. Okay, and then watched more Meals of History. And then this was the day that Evie got her new feather toy. So the kitten has her own feather toy, but Evie's not into that one because it has a bell. She has beef with bells. So we got her a more expensive feather toy that has no bells on it. And the kitten was playing with it for a while, under supervision, of course, because Evie got scared of it. Because for some reason, when toys are a little too realistic, she gets kind of scared of them. But then, like I mentioned, she saw the kitten playing with it and then decided, hey, maybe it's not going to eat me. So that was a good scenario. Spacing there's a little weird, but we're just going to deal with it. So for work, I have this from Planet Hannah. And then for the playful pawing under the door, that was cute between the cats, I've got that from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. For Meals of History, I've got another icon from Planet Hannah. And then for Evie getting her new feather toy, I've got this adorable calico from the Neva Creations. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday was a longer day because I drove down to San Diego to see my sister who just moved there and my family who were in town. So you'll see that I didn't put a full box on Wednesday because I just wanted space to mark all the things. So the first thing I'm going to mark is that Nathan was once again working from the office. How many things do I have this day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 13. Dang. Well then, that's a lot of things. So we're gonna have to do like 4, 4, and 5, right? Yeah. So let's do 5 up here, I think, because these are all just like literally little things. So my husband worked from the office, so what that meant is that the cats were going to be alone for like the first time. So I had to figure out Clover's feeding schedule, so I just fed her a bit extra before I headed out. So I fed Clover early for her like late morning and afternoon feedings. Just gave her a little bit more than usual. So I just have this old Cinderella paper little thing for that. And then I briefly played with both cats just to get some of their energy out. And then I went and filled up my gas tank because it was like probably almost empty and not going to take me to San Diego. And then I drove to San Diego, of course. And managed to make much better time than I have the last few times that I've driven down there, because the last few times I've had to drive down there, we got stuck in like terrible traffic in Oceanside. And there was a little bit of traffic in Oceanside this time, but at least there wasn't a crash, so it wasn't horrendous. Because the last few times I've gone, it's just been the worst. So this was a much better drive there and back this time, because in theory I should be able to get to San Diego in like an hour and a half, but a lot of the time it takes me way longer than that because someone decides to get in a car crash and then everyone has to look at the car crash even though it's not that interesting of a car crash, and I'm like, rubberneckers, I hate you. So that's for playing with both of the cats. That's for Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then for getting gas, I don't know why I mark getting gas because like I have these gas pump stickers and I rarely use them. So, but they're giant. These are really old from planting roses, I think. So I have to cut them in half. So there we go. And then for driving to San Diego, I've just got this Plant a Hannah icon. Moving down the day a little bit. It was actually drizzly on my drive over there, I should say, which was funny. Like I was in the middle of Orange County and it was raining a bit. So that was interesting to say the least, in the middle of the summer, in the dead of summer, as I call it. So for that, I have this like rainy day Molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then we hung out at my sister's apartment a little bit. I gave her some kitchen stuff that we were destashing, and what else did we do? Why can't I remember? Yeah, because when we got there, my other siblings who don't live at that apartment were there. So like my youngest brother, my youngest sister, and then my middle sister who lives in another part of San Diego. They were all there, and my dad, the sister who actually moved into that apartment, and her boyfriend were at Target getting stuff. So anyway, that's from Once More with Love. But yeah, I was giving her a bunch of kitchen stuff. Oh, and my husband made like a little gift for her boyfriend, because for our wedding, he gave us a card, which he totally didn't have to do as like a guest of a sibling. Like, he totally did not need to do that. But it was very nice of him. And he gave us some stickers of this character that he draws. And so my husband 3D printed the character, and I gave that to him because obviously Nathan couldn't join us this day. So that was funny. Then we went to REI. I went to REI twice this week, 2 different REIs, because I guess my sister needed a bike lock. So we just kind of putzed around REI. And then we went to Kura Revolving Sushi Bar, which was weird to me, just to me. I think everyone else had a good time. But personally, I don't think the sushi was very good. I know maybe that's not the point of going there, but I guess people are really impressed by like not having to deal with waiters and just like having food circling around you. But I'm gonna be honest, like I special ordered a couple of things, and even those that were supposedly made fresh were like not very good. I'm picky when it comes to sushi though. Like I love sushi, but I like good sushi, so I don't think it was that great. Also, the little robot goes around bringing like your waters and your wasabi and stuff. It played this little jingle, and like it's a cute little robot, but like the jingle was really getting to me, and I felt like I was in like a dystopian future, and I just was not into it. But this day was not about me. But that sushi sticker is from the sticker party, and the shopping stickers from Cinderella paper. But yeah, I've heard like people like rave about Kura revolving sushi bar, and then I went and I was like, I don't really get the hype, but that's just me. Then people were really tired. So people originally told me to like bring beach stuff, but we did not end up going to the beach. So we went back to the hotel that my dad was staying at and just kicked back. A bunch of people were taking a nap. I didn't feel tired enough to need a nap, so I just kind of played on my phone. I'm trying to think about the spacing of all of this. I think I'm gonna do one of these for the next thing that we'll mark. And then I'll just do a little thing for chilling at the hotel because it wasn't really that remarkable, you know? Let's see. I'm not the best judge of how much space needs to go between stickers. Okay, so we chilled at the hotel for a bit. I have this icon from Pink Diamond Planner Co. Then we went to Presidio Park and we played a game called Spike Ball that I had never played before, but my siblings taught it to me. Obviously, I don't have a Spike Ball sticker, so I just have a baseball. That's from Vintage Lilac Paper, which I'm pretty sure is no longer open. She's still doing stuff, but not sticker stuff, so if that's cute. And then we went to a Mexican restaurant called Chuy's. And I got some carne asada tacos because when in San Diego, you know, why not? And the Mexican food was much better than the sushi I had earlier in the day. So this is a sticker from Kimmy's studio, but she's closed as well, unfortunately. I've noticed a lot of sticker shops are kind of closing lately. I think the hype has died down a little bit. But so I miss a lot of people who used to have sticker shops. And then I drove home. The drive home was uneventful. We love to hear it. We love to see it. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. And I was reunited with Nathan and, of course, both of my kitty cats because I had been away all day. So this icon is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. So that was my quick trip to San Diego for this day. This day is packed. It looks crazy in my planner. And that's the first half of the week if you want to see it. And then we can move on to this second half of the week. So let's go ahead and zoom in on Thursday. Thursday, it was cloudy here. It was kind of nice to see. So we're going to start off with this color. And then I did some job searching. So we're just going to mark that small, I think, this time around. And then the Maui wildfires had started a couple of days prior, like we were talking about it together the day before. But this was the day that like the news was really coming in, obviously, that people had died and things like that. So this was not a very good news day, unfortunately. And then I had to work a bit more. Like obviously I took Wednesday off, so I had to kind of make up for the work that I did not do the few days prior. Sorry, my voice cracked there. I was talking to my first classes yesterday, And my voice kept cracking. I was like, this is so embarrassing, but it was just really dry yesterday. So, yep. Okay. So for it being cloudy, I have this sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then for job searching, I have this icon from Scribble Prints Co. For the Maui wildfires, I have this from Once More with Love. And then for doing some work on my class, I have this from Plana Hannah. So that's the first half of Thursday. To angle my planner this way. Then I played with Clover, Miss Clover Plover. So I think, what pattern do I want for that? Actually, maybe I don't want a pattern at all. Let's go with this color. And then I was just in a bad mood this day. I think I talked about this last week. I have some like residual like wedding planning issues, which sounds weird, but I don't know. We've been in like the thick of wedding season, so I just get bombarded with a bunch of wedding related content, even though I am definitely not planning a wedding anymore. Like I've tried to train my Instagram to knock it off and leave me alone, but it's a little hard to just eliminate all of that from your viewing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So I'm dealing with it. I'll be fine. I just need to work through some stuff personally. And then at the end of the day, I marked watching more Meals of History, of course. So for playing with Clover, I have this from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. For being in a bad mood because I feel like everyone had a perfect wedding except for me. My relationship is the important part, right? The marriage is great. It's just the wedding was really stressful. But that's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then for Meals of History, I've got that from Plana Hannah. Moving on to Friday. This was my brother's birthday, or one of my brother's birthdays, I should say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So he turned 29. This is my brother who is closest in age to me. So we're gonna figure out a way to mark that. Let's see. Let's use this. So he'll be 30 next year, and then I won't be the only kid alone in my 30s. And then, oh, I had like basically a night terror early in the morning this day. I don't know that that's ever really happened to me, but apparently what happened, according to my husband, is that I like woke up and was like, there's a spider. And like, I remember seeing a spider like in my visuals, and I like, my brain just would not let it go. Oops, I wasn't recording. I have no idea where that cut off. So I worked out, I read the travel guide, had some anxiety, watched Great British Bake Off, because obviously when you have anxiety, and then the cats were playing together. Moving on to Saturday. So I slept in this day, which was very nice, because I was doing this thing where I was making myself get up like 15 minutes earlier each day so that I can kind of get ready for getting up really early for the semester. But on the weekends, I'm like, I still get to sleep in because it's the weekend. So I have this icon from Cinderella paper and a sleep in script from Carly Plans. And then we got coffee from a place called Smoking Tiger, which is really good. Definitely recommend. So let's see. Let's use this. And then the cats played together a little bit again, together with quotes around it, because You know, they're just chasing the same, they're taking turns chasing the same toy. They're not like truly playing together, like teaming up, but hey, I'll take what I can get, okay? So for Smoking Tiger, I have this really old blobby from Oh Hello Co. And then for the cats playing together, another sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then we went to REI and Target to shop for our camping trip. So that's always exciting when you get to do that. We had like multiple gift cards, so that was great. Oh, and that's when we had to get the replacement for the Brita filter. Exciting. So again, this sticker is from Cinderella paper. And then I became an REI member finally because it cost $30 to join, but they were giving me like a $30 basically gift card. So I was like, well, that just makes sense. Let's just do it. You're gonna literally give me the cost of the membership back. Like, might as well, you know? So I just used this color, but like I like this pattern a lot, so we're gonna use that. No, actually we're gonna use that for later in the day, just kidding. So let's use, I'm running out of the colors that I want to use. I'm also running out of time on this memory card, so I'm panicking a little bit. I already used the plaid. I already used the flowers. How am I out of this one? Okay, I guess we're just gonna use a plain label, unfortunately. That's fine. And then I read more of the New Zealand travel guide because we had to drive up to Griffith Park, which takes a little bit. We ended up being late for the play because the traffic was worse than usual, so that was unfortunate, but oh well. And then we had charcuterie. We brought out our new picnic backpack that we got as a wedding present, and we packed, that was part of what we got at Target earlier in the day, was a bunch of like cheese and salami and stuff. And then we watched A Midsummer Night's Dream. We were really far away this time because, like I said, we were late. Oops. I thought we had given ourselves like enough time to get there, but apparently not. I think I should have told my husband to leave earlier, but oh well. It's done now. We still had a good time. So for becoming an REI member, I have this Birkenstock icon from Carly Plans because I just thought that was funny. And then for reading the travel guide, I've got that. That's also from Carly Plans. For charcuterie, I've got this from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And for watching A Midsummer Night's Dream, it was a disco version of it, so that was fun. That's an icon from Cinderella paper. And then finally, we've got Sunday. Sunday, fun day. Only got 5 things to mark. We thought we were making good progress with the cats, but Evie got kind of mad at Clover this day and hissed at her. So, oopsies. It's always weird when you got 5 things to mark because it's like, how do I break this up? So I've got this hello, I'm trying my best sticker from Once More with Love because I'm like trying to get them to get along, but then like it's a little back and forth. I was researching hiking for our trip the next weekend and just like downloading maps and things like that because I knew for a good deal of it we probably weren't going to have cell service. So I needed to do my research for sure and figure out how to get everywhere that we planned on going. So for planning the hikes, This is from Once More with Love. And then I just organized a bunch of stickers, I think sticker leftovers and that sort of thing. So that's from Sweet Ava's paper. And then Clover got to roam around the common areas of the house while Evie was napping in the background, or in the bedroom. What am I saying? So that was nice that she got to have some free time in the space while my husband was like working on his Halloween costume. And what else was he doing? Like watching TV. So that was nice. We have a living room door that we can close easily to separate them, so that's good. And then I wouldn't normally mark something like this big, but I just watched Great British Bake Off. So, whoops, I don't think I was showing you the bottom part of the day. Sorry, that's from Beneva Creations. And then this is also, I think, from Sweet Ava's paper for Great British Bake Off. Sunday was pretty simple. So that is the week. That is the week in full. So let's quickly flip through what's left over of the kit. Lots of functional stuff. I try to use the patterns first so that it's just easier if I have leftovers that way. Do I not have any? I don't have any. Oh, these are the rest of the full boxes. I was like, how do I not have full boxes left? Yeah, so that's everything from the kit. I'm going to go ahead and write everything in and show you the final look. All right, there's everything filled out. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my week. I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.